Hi guys, this is my Monstera Karstenianum, or very commonly called Peru. And I don't blame anybody who calls it Peru because Karstenianum is a very, very difficult name to say. So if you haven't seen my unboxing for this particular plant, I will link it up above so you can see that. And this is what she looks like. It just looks a little off, I think, but that's just like normal. Usually in like other plants, that would be like, that's a nutrition deficiency, it seems like, but it looks like this is how it's supposed to look, because she looks pretty good and kind of healthy, and her leaves are really good and sturdy, and it's not like floppy or anything. So I was really initially concerned, but you know, she's not yellowing, there's no brown tips. So other than how she's supposed to look, and there are other plants that are kind of like this, it just looks like that. And then when I look online, it's supposed to look like that. So I don't know, if you've watched my other plant vlogs and you are up to date with the latest one, you can kind of probably understand that there isn't really a specific plant that I'm looking for. It's more of, do I have this? Do I not have this? Do I have all of the requirements? Do I even have the skills to be able to take care of the plant? So I do have a Monstera Deliciosa, and I really, really love it. And I've already posted, I do have a Monstera Adansoni, and that is a little bit new for me. So I'm unsure with that yet, but I'm confident with my Deliciosa. With this one, because, you know, my Deliciosa is just thriving, I feel very confident. But I've only had this for a very short amount of time before I'm doing this plant vlog. And so currently the type of soil is cactus soil. I will link that down below what I do use. I do water just like a Monstera. Like for this one, this is a 3-inch pot. So I will probably wait until it is 1/4 inch deep that is dry. And I just touched it. Some of it is still a little damp, so I'm not going to water her, and that's not even, that's like 1/8, I think. So I'm gonna give her a day or so, because it's an 8-inch pot, or I mean a 3-inch pot. She can dry rather quickly, but she's also still acclimating in where I have, where, you know, in her new home. And I felt like this was a little bit misleading because the root system really wasn't very established. So I'm not expecting her to push out leaves anytime soon. As you can see, these are 3 leaves. And when I first got her, there was some damage, and I actually had to snip off the damage. It was already brown and crusted. It was also very delayed, and the communication with this company is really, really annoying. Like, you'll send one message, she'll respond. You'll send another message, she might respond. When it comes to like the shipping, yes, it's due to the, like, she uses FedEx. There seems to be an issue. She kind of helps, but not really like that great. And her excuse is she's a small shop or whatever. But it's like, it's not on you, but FedEx won't really help me unless you communicate with them, because that's their protocol. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's just, if you're cool and it's perfectly fine, you get your order perfectly fine, you won't have an issue. But for me, from my first order before, I still haven't had any kind of like a refund, because FedEx was supposed to refund me because they damaged the plant. Supposedly she didn't damage it. So, but you know, she just dodges the question and never answers about that. For this one, I didn't really have any issue. It was like annoying to just not really get like full answers, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, so the plant was delayed. FedEx kind of delayed it. And it was delayed, I think, about a week or over a week. So she did package it really well, because it came really, it came more healthy than damaged. It was better than my first order. So with this, I just kind of thought, snip that one. She seems to be doing okay, but this is my first time to experience this particular plant. I have never even seen this plant in person before, so I'm just kind of going off on what that is. I do fertilize every time I do water her. She does not get like an extra humidifier. I don't miss any of my plants. This one I am not doing any of that. I've noticed that when you miss my Monstera deliciosa and you missed like a baby leaf or a leaf that's ready to unfurl, I've noticed that it will blacken the leaves. So I just kind of skip that. And I was doing that to experiment. I'm not even going to try to do that with this one. She sits on the top shelf of an east-facing window. She seems to be okay about a foot, half a foot away from an east-facing window. She seems to be doing fine there. I'm thinking of actually putting her a little bit closer to see if that's going to be okay. But currently that's where she was living, and she's been living there for a little bit of time. Still no new growth, as you can see, and I will show that. No new growth whatsoever. This I had to trim off because it was brown and dead. So I think if there will be a new growth, it will probably be somewhere here, or it could just come out from the soil. So light is east-facing window. Monstera's, my Monstera deliciosa was burning in a west-facing window, so I'm not going to risk this one, especially when she's so tiny. This will definitely die really quickly. Her root system is not very established, so I'm not really going to test that. I'm just going to do what I have done with my other Monsteras, and they seem to be fine at an east-facing window. So here she is, and she is very, very beautiful. Right there. To be honest, like pictures and my video doesn't do it justice. She looks like that, like where I'm seeing in the video, but it's just, she's so beautiful in person. And all of these issues, this is due to before I got her. So whatever there is, like new growth or anything like that, it would be from my care. And as usual, I try as much as possible to do my very, very best. And here she is. I think I've covered it all. Light, water, and also I don't let her sit in water because she's in a 3-inch pot. I think I water maybe like a quarter of a cup. As long as it doesn't go through, I'm fine. I don't really like my plants to go through that much. It's just my environment doesn't really dry it very much. Anyway, it's not my personal preference. So what I do prefer is to make sure the top part I've watered. If it does go through, I let it sit there for maybe 10-20 minutes, and then I take the water away. The reason I wait 10-20 minutes is because sometimes it's still draining. So if I dump it right away, it's still going to constantly be draining. You know what I mean? I'd rather do it one time than like 5 different times. So that's what I do, and I don't let any plant really sit in water, because if you let plants sit in water like this, like in a saucer, you're basically watering it every day, that water's sitting there the whole time. So that can cause root rot. So just be very, very careful with that. So here she is, and I think that's it. Anything and everything that I am using will be in the description section, so do check that out. Thank you guys so much for the love and support, and I will see you guys on the next update. Bye!